Welcome to day 6 of the 30 Days to Ascension challenge. I'm so excited to have you here, and I just want to remind you, if you haven't already watched the videos from days 1 through 5, make sure you go back and start from day 1. You will definitely want to watch these videos in order to get the most out of this experience. And I also want to remind you that there are 3 parts to every day's lesson. So first, the video here on YouTube where I channel a message directly from different Ascended Masters and guides. And then the second portion is in the membership. So every day in the membership in the Channel Collective, I am posting a video that goes along with the channeled message where I go more in depth about what the guides have said about that topic, anything else that came through during that channeling, and sharing a bit more about my own personal reflections and any visuals that come through, and more about how you can apply that to your daily life. So if you're not already a member of the Channel Collective, then just head to the link in the description below and you can learn more about all that's included in there. It's an amazing place to be, and there's so much good stuff. And then the third part of each day's lesson is the daily emails. So every single day I will send out an email. If you've signed up for those, if you've opted into those, there will be a link below for that as well if you haven't already signed up for those. And in that email, it will have a list of different exercises you can use to really integrate the lesson. So those are going to be really, really helpful to anchor in this new frequency. So a lot of deep work is happening, and I know that you're already noticing shifts. Well, even if it's not conscious, it's happening energetically. We've talked about a lot of great topics so far. And today I am going to channel the Monarch Being. The Monarch Being wants to come through, and I've worked with them for a while now. And I will just remind you that with all channeled messages, those from me, those from anybody else, for you, just remember that it's just information. You don't have to take it on as your own truth. If it doesn't resonate with you, that's totally okay. So keep that in mind as well. I think it's just really important to remember that when you hear channeled information, that you don't have to take it on as your truth. It's just interesting, and if it resonates, amazing. If it doesn't, you can leave it. So keep that in mind as well. All right, so I will tune in and we'll see what the Monarch Being has to say today. We are so excited to be with you today, dear ones, and in this lesson, we are so excited to discuss more about attraction and communication that will be coming through for you from now and moving forward. And many of you have already experienced some shifts in communication, and really what is the key here is to notice differences, different forms of communication coming through. For this will help you very much in your process of attracting in new things into your life, or the things that are now in alignment with your current vibration. And we would like to discuss more on attraction, for this is what so many of you are stepping into, understanding how you can shift the reality that you perceive through your own energy, through these frequency shifts. And as you do so, you can completely shift your life, how you perceive it, but also the opportunities, people, situations that you attract in. It is all rooted in your own frequency and your own energy. And you, loved one, you have control over this. Do not ever let anyone tell you you do not have control over your own energy. If you are ever in a lower frequency emotion, this is not who you are. You can make the choice to shift that energy into something that feels more in alignment with what you want to attract in. And so we can take this as a very simple example, and many of you understand these key concepts, but it is very important to go back to the basics, because often when we get lost, it is because we have gone too far from what is the basic understanding, the core understanding that all is energy. All is energy, and from this understanding, you can understand almost, if not everything, you can't understand everything, but it is all in perception, that you perceive in the world through this lens. It is all in viewing situations, dynamics through the lens of energy, which will offer you a new perspective that allows you to gain control over what comes to you. So for an example, it is, what is it that you would like to attract into your life? Love, a partner, a new job, happiness, joy in a relationship with family, new friends, money. What is it that you would like to attract in? And then, very simply, it is to ask yourself, am I a vibrational match for that thing? And you can assign a number, let's say a number, to help you quantify the frequency of that thing. And so let's say that what you want is the number 1000. Well, now it is up to you to calibrate to this number to be in full alignment and then to take action to show up as that being. And so this is where shifting your energy is always rooted in choice, in deciding, what do I want to attract in? And now I be a match for that thing. I be in the frequency of that thing. Now there are so many things you can do to become a vibrational match for what you wish to attract in. And there are many different ways to adjust your energy. You can think of shifting your emotions. Releasing old ones is the key to raising, because you naturally are of the highest vibration. This is who you naturally are, but so much has been told to you to make you believe otherwise. All of the messaging that you have internalized around not being good enough, not being able to achieve something, not being deserving. Does this feel good to you? It does not feel good to you because it is not in alignment with your truth. The frequency, it is not in alignment with your soul. What does your soul need? What is the energy of your soul? Your soul has been many places, has learned many things. Your soul, of course, is worthy of more than negative self-talk, doubts, beliefs. This is all noise, chatter, drama, and you are at the phase where you can see it for what it is. This is not mine, and I get to make a conscious choice not to take this on as my own. It is to take a step back and see things from a neutral perspective for a moment. This is how you can start to control your thoughts, your actions, what happens in your life. For there are so many who complain about the circumstances who in fact choose to allow themselves to stay stuck in the circumstances. For if you do not like the circumstances, what are you doing to shift out of it? And where many misunderstand is when they think, what am I doing to shift out? They think it always must align with a specific action. But there are many of you who spend so much time forcing in action when so much of what you can do is to shift the energy. When you already have that which you want, how would you feel different? What is your frequency like in that moment? This is what to hold on to. And so if every day you create the avatar of the person who already has that which you want, and then you simply decide to step into that avatar, which really this is simply just a helpful visualization for you, but in its truth, you are already that which you wish to be. You just have not remembered. You just have not realized. But these visualizations can often help you to understand. But in its truth, again, it is already within you. You already are the person you wish to be. You just have forgotten. And what a beautiful process, what a beautiful journey in this life to remember again. To remember who you really are. The beautiful purpose you have at this time. The beautiful lessons you were meant to learn. For where it feels topsy-turvy within your life, this is what your soul chose for this experience. What about others who do not get to experience the same? What an interesting, beautiful experience. And when you remember your natural alignment, when you realize the beauty within every single lesson that you asked for, whether or not you remember asking for it, this is where the peace comes. This is the feeling of homecoming, coming back to yourself, your soul, remembering your soul, the different aspects of your soul. And the thing to remember is that this is all simply working with what you are already doing, just taking more control of it, having more awareness of it, because you are always attracting in. You are always attracting in, and this is the sticky part for so many, is to be able to admit to themselves, well, if what is in my life currently does not feel good, what is it about my frequency that attracted this in? There is a lesson here, there is an energetic match here for me, a test here for me, although not really a test, this is simply how you perceive. There is something about your energy that has attracted that in. And so it is the opportunity to overcome, to say I am something different. It is the opportunity to use the helpful information in that mirror to catapult you into shifting your frequency. And as you look around at all of the people who don't understand why things happen, remember that you are always attracting. How does the collective feel as a whole? What are they vibrationally calling out for? And sometimes things manifest in ways you do not expect. You do not always see why in the moment. But the more you understand how you can control your energy and actually attract in what you want instead of what you don't, because you are always attracting in, now suddenly you do not have to be so reactionary to the circumstances. You can see the beauty instead of only seeing it in hindsight. And this is actually what so many of you want to achieve, because so many of you actually at the root want to achieve joy more consistently in many moments. And the more you remember that you are the co-creator of your reality, being conscious of this allows you to pull in that joy. Yes, it also means taking responsibility for where you are not feeling gratitude and happiness, but aren't there beautiful lessons to be learned in that as well? And actually gives you the tools to move out of those emotions, those situations do not feel as good anymore, in a clearer way for you. This is something that you are already working with. It is already happening. If you had to drive a car every day, would you not wish to learn how to control the vehicle? Of course. And it is the same with working with your energy, working with your frequency to attract in what you want. And this is what leads us into communication. And this is why we desired to touch on communication, for this is simply going to unlock what you already know, what you've already experienced, affirm for you, that's what it is. For the messages that resonate are truths for you when they resonate, because you already know. And it is to remember that what you are told that resonates is a remembrance of what you already know, already within you. But there were layers clouding it down, maybe doubt, fear, forgetting. And this is a process of remembering, the process of ascending. As far as the shifting in communication, this is where the signs all around you will start to show up. Many of you have already noticed the signs all around you, and you will see these come more and more and more. And many of you get caught up in, what does it mean? We invite you to lean into your knowing, your inner knowing. What is the immediate feeling? You know, but you have been taught, conditioned to jump over that immediate knowing and move into logic. But with the signs, to understand the meaning, you already know. What does it mean for you? What emotion does it make you feel? Is the sign that we are there, energy supporting you are there, is this not enough? This is a yes. We are here. Remember the magic every day. The more you notice the signs, the more you are conscious of all of the signs, all of the support all around you, the more you will start to see the magic of the world around you, the miracles in this reality. And this is starting to open up the matrix for you. The same way as in a game, every time you move through into a next level, you might notice coins or beings supporting you, helping you, and they just seem to magically show up. How would it feel for you to see this support all around you in your daily life? It is available to you, but so many of you miss the signs. The signs can come outside of you in the external world, but they can also come usually within you. The knowing, the intuition, it's all within the trust, but it is to start to become aware. And simply hearing this will activate within you the likelihood that you will notice the signs more and more. There's no need to be looking everywhere worried. Where will they come? When will they come? They simply will. You're already seeing them. The ones that you are meant to see, you will see very clearly and realize that they can come in many ways. Through another person, through a conversation, through numbers that you see around you, animals. The earth is speaking to you. Energies around you are speaking to you. And this is where you will see communication shifting between those in your life who you love, who you feel connected to. More of the telepathic communication coming through. You will simply know more and more, know to call the person, send them love. You will feel, trust this, more and more it will turn up. All of these things that you've already been doing, but might have seen few and far between. This communication already, and how the attraction of the communities will occur so strongly in this year. For we know your channel has already discussed the importance of community this year, and it is not a need for you to search for, but you will be led. You will be led. Your attraction to those who match your frequency, your true frequency, this is what naturally creates the community. And so trust where you are led. Where so many get off track from the fast track to what they want to attract in is they doubt. They're led somewhere and they resist. It is in the resistance that you elongate the process. Can you go with the flow of what you are attracted to? And it might be confusing if you are attracted to things that on the surface seem to upset you or trigger you. This is for a reason. There is something there for you to learn in the process of unraveling that resistance. For when you feel the trigger, it is almost like an energy an energy block, a ball of resistance energetically. And so where the frequency shift happens is in moving into that ball of resistance and diving in, peeling back the layers, unraveling all that is, really getting to the core. What a beautiful highlight for you. This is the key. This is the code. As you do this work, as you go into that cluster, that ball of resistance, and you get to the core and you peel back the layers of what has triggered you, and you start to learn the lesson, you start to see in a new perspective. And you shift that energy, you transmute this energy. This is where your frequency rises. And so, sometimes the most unlikely of people will be your greatest teachers, whether or not they mean to. Trust who you are led to. You do not need to always know how or why. You are always attracting in what is a match for your frequency. And we will leave you with this today. We send you love always. Okay. Make sure you head to the membership for the second part to this lesson, the Channel Collective. Check out the links below if you want to check it out. And make sure you join the free private community as well. There's a free private community forum for our community here that is not on any social media platform. It's a great place to discuss these types of topics and discuss what you're going through in this challenge. So check that out too. The link will be below as well. And I will see you tomorrow for the next channeled lesson.